Hi, Aileen. Great to have you here in our webcast.
Thank
Where
you.
are
And
you located today?
I'm located just outside of London, and thank you for inviting me to speak with you today.
Yeah. Yeah, we are broadcasting from Lüneburg, nearby Hamburg today. And yes, so we can start already with the first question. Yeah, and this is a nice thing because you have just one sentence for the first question. So let's warm up. The keyword digitalization. Why is RAIN RFID important in today's world?
So, RAIN RFID is really important in a digitally transformed world because it allows us a very quick, cost-effective and accurate way of identifying assets and their location without requiring line of sight and without the tag on the asset needing any power source. So everything can be identified over their entire lifespan. And when you know the identity of the asset and its location, you can actually do a huge amount of useful things with that data.
I think it was not just one sentence, but let's go ahead, do your best. How is RAIN RFID connected to sustainability?
Yeah, I'll do my best to keep this one shorter then. So sustainability, of course, is all around how are we using the resources of the planet well, not wasting them, not causing unnecessary pollution, etc. And minimizing waste through optimizing product usage, tracking expiry dates, optimizing the supply chain, bringing kind of the just-in-time philosophies of the 20th century to the next level in the 21st century. That's really how RAIN RFID can help with sustainability.
Thank you. 2023 is a challenging year because the industry is weakening worldwide. What is the forecast for the growth of RAIN RFID?
Yeah, it's a great question. So it is important to note that the RAIN RFID industry performed actually incredibly well throughout the COVID pandemic and in fact moved ahead of projections. And the pandemic and the resulting chip shortages have perturbed the normal course of business, not just in this sector, but actually in many sectors. And I think there probably is a realignment and restabilization taking place. So we, the RAIN Alliance, surveyed our tag manufacturing members earlier on this year, and they confirmed that in total they had shipped more than 34 billion RAIN RFID units in 2022, which exceeded what the forecast was from previous market research reports. So the previous market research report, or the market research report, that we published in 2022, projects a 29% compound annual growth of revenues in RAIN RFID out to 2026, with slightly slower growth in 2023 and accelerating from there. So my forecast really is that the industry is still on track for that kind of growth out to 2026. We're off to a great start, but probably like any sector, there's always going to be some short-term ebbs and flows along the way.
Okay, yeah. Now we come to some question about the RAIN Alliance. What is the RAIN Alliance strategy and what are its four pillars?
Yeah, thank you for that. Obviously, any organization needs to have a strategic plan. And I was delighted when I joined the RAIN Alliance 10 months ago now that the board, which consists of some very senior and respected people representing our member community, they had already done a fantastic job at defining a comprehensive strategy for the Alliance as a whole. And they've condensed it into four strategic pillars: grow adoption, elevate brand awareness, optimize ease of use and deployment, and drive sustainability. And these are all front and center in everything we do and where our time and resources are spent. So if I think about some of the initiatives that we have underway at the moment, for example, we plan to establish a training program over the coming months, which really targets the third pillar of optimizing ease of use and ease of deployment, as well as growing adoption. We have a sustainability working group, and we're just kicking off a sustainability survey, which aims to understand what's already happening from a deployment point of view to drive sustainability use cases using RAIN RFID. I've visited with lots of members around the world this year, which has been an incredible joy and privilege. And we'll be in China also at the end of September. Of course, we're co-locating our autumn RAIN member meeting with your very well-established Wireless IoT Tomorrow event. And all of these activities elevate brand awareness. So as I said, everything really that we do, every initiative that we kick off, we tie it back to those 4 pillars of the strategy.
Understand. Looking ahead, where do you see the RAIN Alliance in the next 5 years, and what important projects or innovations might we expect?
5 years is a very long time, so I'm going to go broad with my predictions here. So firstly, I'm absolutely convinced that membership organizations attract new members when they're tackling important topics, and when people realize that this is where critical decisions are being made. So I'm very proud that in the last 10 months since I became president, our membership has grown very quickly with more than 20 new members on our roster. And I anticipate that in the next 5 years, this trend will continue. In particular, we're looking to engage more deeply with enterprise software companies, with systems integrators and end users, as we get our arms around the entire technical stack, including data management and software. Now, there's really no point in pursuing a member number. The number is not what's important. What's actually crucial is engagement of those members on the important topics. And so I see several really important projects, strategic projects on the horizon. So new use cases in sustainability. I already mentioned things like waste minimization and demonstrating how RAIN RFID is a key enabler of the digital product passport concept would be a great example there. Making sure that our technology does not impede or cause any problems in recycling processes as we all start to look at the climate impacts that we, as humankind are having on our population, making sure we do no harm is very important. Healthcare and pharmaceutical applications are really starting to come to the fore, everything from patient care to pharmaceutical control and monitoring.
Okay, thank you.
My third theme, if I'm thinking longer term, will be actually maybe my third and fourth theme. We know that the Asian geography was hit particularly hard with lockdowns through the pandemic. And those lockdowns were more strict and lasted longer than in other areas. So re-engaging with our Asian community is a top priority really over the coming years. And as I've mentioned, we've already been visiting some of our members and plan to continue to do that in Asia over the coming months. And then the fourth forecast from me really is we hear feedback from our members that skills shortages is a key challenge that they're facing as they seek to grow their business and meet their customer needs. And so to that end, kicking off a training program will fill a really critical need in the market and be an important driver to increase deployment.
Thank you. Yes, 2024, marks the 10th anniversary of the RAIN Alliance. What are the highlights of the year?
Indeed, yeah, it's a very exciting time for the Alliance, and I'm very privileged to be in the seat of the president as it comes up to its 10th anniversary. We are going to host our spring event in Taiwan in May, and that's really going to be the kickoff of our anniversary celebrations. Our host for that event is SAG, and they're already planning a really amazing event, including a fantastic cultural evening showing us the very best of Taiwanese culture, which is quite exciting. And then we're also really lucky that BeyondTag has offered to host our autumn event in Italy in September near their new headquarters. So that's also really exciting. Beyond events, we're doing some other new things. We are going to publish a sustainability report and a new updated market research report in the first half of 2024. And of course, we'll see the establishment of our much needed training program. I also actually really look forward to, in our 10th anniversary year, increasingly close relationships with other organizations. So the NFC Forum, GS1, AIM, yourself and the Wireless IoT team, the RFID Journal team, the ECR team based in the UK. Honestly, there's so much that we can achieve together by working collaboratively and exploiting synergies. And I think that's a really positive thing for our industry in general. And I hope that 2024, our 10th anniversary, will be a major year for collaboration and interoperability.
I'm sure it will. Can you give us a preview into the plans for the Partner Pavilion in October at the Wireless IoT Tomorrow 2023?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're really excited about the co-location of our event with the Wireless IoT Tomorrow event in October. And as I said, it really makes sense for our community to work together, and this co-location enables them to do lots of business, meet with partners, customers, learn and network all in one very full week. So our plans, the RAIN Alliance plans, are on the Tuesday, which I think is the 17th of October, we will host our working group meetings, which of course is where the real work of the Alliance gets done. So all of our working group teams will be meeting. And I'm also very excited that we'll be adding a special meeting of end users on that day in the afternoon. So that's another new thing that we are kicking off for the first time. On Wednesday, the 18th, we'll be showcasing some great presentations, both on new use cases and how new value is being created, as well as on technical advancements in the partner theatre in the morning. And these talks will be accessible to both members and non-members. And then, of course, people will be able to access your fantastic exhibition, which will be taking place all of that day, and attend the networking event in the evening. So that should be a really exciting and diverse day. And then finally, on the Thursday, the 19th of October, we will be hosting our member-only day. And that's really the place for the RAIN community to share key details about our sector. So speaking about important topics like spectrum regulation and emerging developments within the standards organization. So all in all, it's going to be a really packed schedule, really exciting, and we're very much looking forward to it.
Thank you. Now we are coming already to the closing questions, 2 of them. Please answer the following questions in 1 sentence. I don't know if it's possible. We see. What does our everyday life in the future look like with wireless IoT technologies?
That is a really interesting question. That's not my 1 sentence answer. Yeah. My philosophy is that technology only has a purpose if it serves the betterment of our lives, of humanity. So my hope for our everyday life in the future with wireless IoT technologies and RAIN RFID in particular is actually summarized in 1 word. I hope that our life will be better.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so too. Very good answer. Now, the last question already, an invitation to forecast where will the technology be in 10 years?
Okay, so my bet is that in 10 years, we will have resolved any deployment issues so that the technology is essentially invisible, so that it's a ubiquitous enabler to our digitally transformed lives. And this is where interoperability and collaboration within the broad ecosystem is an essential lever.
Thank you. Great. Yeah. No, we are already at the end.
Thank you so much for your great questions. I really enjoyed thinking about them, and hopefully I've offered some insight into what our plans are and how I see the future evolving. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you soon.